Hey YouTube, just bringing you another update on Vechain. So you might have seen Vechain rise slowly in price against Bitcoin and also USD. So Vechain is doing really well at the moment, and there is a lot of news coming out over the last week or two regarding Vechain. There seems to be it seems like an NDA was in place, but it seems that that has been lifted. And a lot of news is now coming out around Vechain. Vechain is also pushing hard. They've got a competition out where you can win a million Vechain if you promote their blockchain platform through social media like YouTube. So by in part, I suppose this video will be playing a part in that. I'm not going to go into what Vechain is because there's plenty of other good videos to tell you what that is. Again, I just wanted to mention that this is not financial advice. This is just my own opinions about where Vechain can go over the next couple of weeks or months. So, got some news today. Vechain is recognised by the German government for smart supply chain management. And this is, again, really bullish news around Vechain. And they are looking to implement that across Germany. Of course, remembering that in Germany also Vechain has also partnered with BMW and Renault in France. So that is two other projects that we're yet to hear any big news about. But we have heard, I think it was sometime last year, that BMW have confirmed that they've passed their initial inception phase and they're moving on to the next step with Vechain. And it looks like for BMW they're going to be using that as tracking their vehicles in the passport system. Again, Vechain cooperates with two further heavyweights on the food industry. They're cooperating with the Italian food brand ICAB and also Chinese food producer Yongtai Foods Co Limited. Again, I don't really know what these food companies are, but again, it sounds like they're making a lot of money. You can see just from their counterfeit products alone, they have lost 323 billion USD every year. So of course they are, massive companies, and we're looking to see, how Vechain's going to be used in this. They're going to be using My Story to track their products moving forwards. The other news as well is an analyst has come out and said that basically he says Vechain is set to rise 15,000% to reach $1. And I think based off where this actually reminds me of where XRP was before the 2017 bull run. But of course, the way that Vechain's rising compared to how XRP rose in those days, XRP rose as a sudden spike up, whereas Vechain isn't having that kind of spike. Instead, what's happening is that it's slowly starting to rise at the moment, and there'll probably be a blow off top at some point. When that's going to happen, I don't know. I might have an indication of when, but we can see what's going to happen moving forwards. So that was the last news article. I just wanted to just go into my TA quickly. So I'll just go to that now. So just looking at the charts for Vechain, let me just change this. You can see I've got two indicators on here. I've got the moving averages, EMA, and also I've got the Ichimoku cloud. And at the moment, we are far above the red cloud. And as you can see, the blue line and the green line are about to converge, and they're going to cross at some point. I would say they're probably going to cross maybe on the 11th of June, 10th to the 11th or something like that. And when that does happen, typically Vechain tends to have a large pump up to the upside. So if I just look back in time and have a look to see when that happened previously, you can see there was a golden cross here, and again we had a massive spike up to 110 satoshis, and then it started to retrace back down again, and based off the recent news and the bullish news that have come out recently, I can see Vechain doing that again. I think it's going to have a blow off top in the coming days, and then it's going to then start retracing back down again afterwards. It's not too long to wait. I think this will happen slightly before the cross happens. So we've only got in the next 3 days, I would say, that we're going to get this massive impulse to the upside. And again, this is just my own opinion. I'm not an expert. I'm just a guy on the internet. My expertise is not trading. I'm actually an engineer. But I like studying these charts and seeing where they can move moving forwards. I think after that, after we have the blow off top, I think it's probably going to retrace down to the 68 to 70 Satoshi marks. It's going to go back down to this green cloud. And again, that's what happened in the past as well. So you can see we had this massive cross here. And then after we had that blow off top, we then retraced back down to the long-term moving average. And then we settled on that line for a period of time. So I've just messed up my chart a little bit. But I think we're going to probably retrace back into that cloud. And then I don't think that the rest of this is going to play out. We'll just have to wait and see what happens. But I think that the moving averages will then rest on the long-term blue line. And if Vechain manages to stay above the blue line for an extended period of time, I think that's going to be a really bullish case for Vechain to continue rising higher over a longer period of time. So that's just my my estimates and view of where Vechain is going to go. You can see this is an extreme bullish rise to the upside. We haven't, and these kind of bullish rises tend to have a blow off top at some point, and I don't think we've had that yet. So I think we got some way to go to the upside before we start retracing down. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts, and I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks for listening.